Alrighty. So, do people remember what did happen last time?
We got into a fight. We proceeded to kick her butt.
We
And
did.
then we dragged her into town and be like,
Mhm.
hey, you guys suck at security.
That is surprisingly accurate for being so simple.
I'm a simple person.
Well, I mean, I don't mean simple in that sense. I mean simple in words. But, yeah. You began your new mission, of basically recon and, like protection type mission to Padehachi. And you had a small little funny moment with Maddie prior to leaving, which led you to leaving Marasaki behind so that she could watch Maddie. And then you made your way up north towards Padehachi, had a small little encounter in the forest with part of Team Sora, which is Shizune, Little Bug Girl, and Aisu. It went a little longer than intended because I was having too much fun with making a parallel to y'all's situation. And then you made your way up to Padehachi and encountered Slug Girl that you once again want to adopt because that is a thing you do.
It is.
So, we open up this next episode, as it were, with you having brought, let me adjust your tokens as needed, because it's probably somewhere over in this vicinity. Basically, like up this way to the medical ward tent thing. Tsume, did you stay with Shiori when you started to, when she went into the medical tent and was healing Slug Girl?
Yeah. I would totally be following her.
Yep. I didn't know if you wanted to go and explore Icetown or anything like that.
No, not yet.
Alrighty.
Because I'm dragging this little girl, this slug girl.
Well, you brought her into the medical tents, but after she would have been started to be healed and worked with, theoretically you could have left if you wanted to. But
No. She's staying there and be like, we got this person. Obviously, you guys don't know much.
And
Oh, and I'm like totally out of like quadruped mode and stuff, so I'm not so scary.
right, of course. Once you got her there, you had no need for you to be in all ragey mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the medical tent here is a lot smaller than the likes of Rusadana and Garakotsu and stuff like that, because there's not so much a focus in healing. Though the one thing that does give this area a medical tent is the fact that whereas many other towns weren't, this town has, now that you've sort of been in it more and you're in like the medical tent, and Shiori's sort of coming to terms with the kind of medical tent that's here, this town, you didn't really explore it the first time you came in here because you were basically reconning on the outside of the town instead of really going in. And when you went in the first time, you just encountered like that was one of your first places where you'd found out about the Azagiru was in Padehachi. Way back when. But now, taking a more experienced look at it, you realize that this town has a very military vibe going on. A lot of the ninja guards and things like that are actually appear, at the very least, to be well disciplined. It's just that apparently wherever Slug Girl had been captured and was held was not the best place for her. Either that or she's very good at escaping. One or the other.
Slugs, in my experience, have been very good at escaping things.
Let's see. Typical escape artist role of plus. What? Yeah, a typical escape artist roll of plus 16.
Hers is plus 16?
Yeah.
Is that before or after you account for the lack of a skeleton because she's a slug?
Well, she herself is not a slug, but she has traits of slug. She is slippery in that same
squish bugs.
Same context. I mean, again, her traits that make her like a slug is very much like, can be very much like modeled after the Faunus in Ruby. In the same sort of vein that, you know, Blake is a cat and Velvet's a rabbit, she's a slug. But it doesn't mean, you know, she's half animal or anything. It's just she has some of those traits. Once the girl has been has recovered a little bit thanks to the medics and to Shiori, they instantly fall back into wanting to bind her to keep her from escaping again.
When they do, Shiori's gonna go, did that work last time?
The particular guard that you're talking to that's doing the bindings is, unfortunately, no, not so well.
Then all you're doing is making my patient uncomfortable.
Yes, we are binding her to make sure she doesn't get away, but this time we are not going to put her in the cells here. We're going to put her in the cells in the Kage's mansion, where it's much well guarded than out here. So.
And yet, she still escapes, even being in a cell.
She escaped from a cell out here, in the main part of the village. The Kage has requested that she be held in a holding cell in his homestead, and in so doing, it'll be much more unlikely for her to escape. Assuming that you three, the medic looks pointedly at the tiger when he's the Shima, as he said 3. Assuming that you three are capable of escorting her there so that she doesn't get away from us again. Again, appreciate it for you bringing her here.
That's kind of what we're here for.
Indeed. And once the Kage returns himself, he was much definitely wanting to speak to you to tell you more of what's going on.
Is he not in the village?
Not at the moment. He is out on his own doing his typical meditation he does every other day. He'll return.
I see. How long is he usually gone?
Most of the morning into the late afternoon, and at this point it's like, timeline-wise, it's like the next morning, so it's like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. So we got a little bit.
Yeah, you guys have had healing because you've rested, and so the chick that you brought here. So
Okay, good.
Which means she is full health now. Yay!
Yay!
So we're all full health?
Yep.
Yay.
I'm gonna have to blow up a slug chick in the middle of the medical ward.
Oh yeah,
aren't I?
guess what? I have 3-digit health.
Oh my god, you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think mine's a 72. I'm gonna have 3-digit chakra before I have 3-digit health, so.
Awesome.
Alright. So, you...
Your brick
Again,
house.
The girl has been healed, and she's still, she seemed very weary, but with the other guards, the other medics, and with you three, she's not even remotely wanting to attempt to try to get away at this point, even though she's been healed, which is very strange to her. She finds it odd that she was so well healed and cared for when she is a prisoner currently.
Well, we didn't say she was a prisoner. She's just.
No, we
said
just
that
brought
she-
her to a place that would imprison her.
Yeah.
Do you, since this is the next day, Shiori, if in prep for speaking with and interacting with little slug girl, if you want, Shiori, you can roll for your ESP thing for your detect emotions.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be cool. Also kind of wondering. Let me. Oh god, I have to open the book, don't I?
Depends on what you're looking for. If I can find it, you wouldn't necessarily have to.
I'm looking for like a mini tongues jutsu.
Oh.
That is masks. That is not what I want. Go back. D20 systems, Naruto. Here we are.
I feel like I don't think there is actually a jutsu for language.
It's probably in D20 Modern.
What is it?
Looking for a way to understand, to like get rid of the language barrier that she's got going on.
Yeah.
Pictures. Just draw pictures.
I'm not playing that kind of game. I'm not playing Sai. I'm playing like I'm playing a Sakura mixed with Kakashi.
The thing is, D20 Modern does technically have the read write, the language skills that
Mm-hmm.
I as DM early on chose to not really worry about, because the primary context of the world that you would be in was so small in my mind at the time that I didn't think you'd have other languages to worry about.
Well, and guess what you did?
And then my brain came up with this tribe of other people that it makes sense for them to speak another language. So, but I don't see I don't know of a jutsu that you would have that would potentially do that. But if anything, at least as far as you know, currently, you are probably, because of your ESP thing that you got going, you are probably the most competent enough to really try to understand her if you wanted to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily because you have ESP. Which
I'm just fishing through real quick to make sure. But it looks like
It looks like there isn't a specific jutsu for, like, there's, like, speech impediment, which, like, removes the ability to just, oh.
I would like to. Well,
Oh, there isn't an EX ability called Mini Speak that's basically that.
What's the matter now?
I was going to say, well, while Sarah was looking that up, I was going to sit there and be like, can I just, like, ask her, why are you sticky? It's just, like, because I remember you saying that she felt kind of slimy when I had a hold of her and stuff, and so, Tsume is just sitting there kind of, like, messing with her fingers with, like, the slime, and just like, what? Like, why are you slimy?
In that, that's
Yeah,
actually...
you can't just ask people why they're sticky.
Yes!
This is actually funny because it makes sense in that Shiori was the one that saw her antenna. Tsume didn't.
I just felt the slime.
So, and you were too wrapped up in dragging her to the village to really take a look at her when you were pulling her earlier. So, you never really saw it. She, when you up front ask, why are you slimy? She adjusts to the binds that she is in to try to, because the guard did make them a little bit less constrained on par your request. Because strangely, even though you are a small girl, you are higher up in rank than this guard is, and he knows that. So,
So we're like looking up at him, like, it's how it's like tall people talk to short people, and how like tall people are just like laid back, like, yeah, okay, and then short people are like, I will kill you in your sleep if you mention one word how short I am.
yes. So you she adjusts and tries to pull at the binds, which effectively is like pulling her wrists together, and you see that she's not, at least Tsume does, sees at this point that she's not actually slimy, or at least doesn't seem to be. She was just at the time you had grabbed a hold of her.
Why you slime?
And then Shiori, if you wish, are free to point out, by the way, she has antenna.
What?
Can I do some kind of like medical check on her? Like, would it be like physiology? I guess it'd be like knowledge, life sciences, or something.
Yeah, actually, because I mean, knowledge, earth, and life science is a thing that you have.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. Small borks? Ouch, that's a 13. I think I might action point this one.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't, but okay.
Yeah.
That's
I was just distracted for the moment because the dogs were being Woo!
That 20 is coming to bite you in the ass.
So for my Earth and Life Sciences, I rolled a 13, which means with a plus 11, I rolled just barely above a botch. I almost identified this woman as a jelly donut, and then for my action point, I rolled a 1, which basically means I spent an action point on nothing.
I don't think you botched that
What?
much.
She's sticky.
Like, if it wasn't just a 2, then yeah, you could sit there and say she's a jelly roll.
It's just a jelly donut. She's some sort of mochi creature.
With only a 14 total roll, And considering it wasn't, in fact, a botch, you just botched the action point, so, meh. With that, you are sort of able to identify that, two things. Since you already have sense chakra as an innate thing that you usually do,
Yeah.
you realize that she's human, mostly. She just has a unique physiology that is decidedly not human.
Is this any way akin to when Tsume goes into like the what's it called? Twin
First
Beast
mode?
form?
What?
No. When you turn
The
like
ha-
human beast mode thing.
The
I don't have
quadruped.
that yet.
Oh,
I
you
only have
don't?
quadruped.
Oh, okay.
It's the quadruped is the move in which she
It
uses
leads up
to become feral, but she doesn't yet have Half-Beast Clone, which Half-Beast Clone would turn Shima into a copy of her. So,
and then it's the two-headed tiger after that.
yeah.
Right.
But she does have quadruped, which is a bestial form, and she has the curse mode.
Because like Kiba gets like slight like animal characteristics when he's in that form, so
And quadruped,
Yeah.
yes. So does Tsume. It's just she doesn't grow a tail or an ear.
that's fine.
So
But
Slugs are weird.
in that vein, it's not as if it's something that is like it's not like it's something that she decided to do with her chakra. It's just something that her chakra does. But her unique animal physiology does have a chakra nature to it, somewhat similar to the bestial chakra form that Tsume's got going on.
Okay.
So it's essentially she has a bestial presence to her that is in part physical and in part chakra in nature.
We met the what is it? The Kage with the slug, right?
yes,
Okay.
You met him briefly, but yeah.
I thought it was all Grandma.
Grandma Kage's the
Yeah.
slug. Yeah, you
Yeah, we took Mitsu to her.
Yeah.
No, we took her to Mitsu, and then we took them away.
Yeah.
Grandma Kage was Slug Kage, yeah.
Yeah. So, does this feel like the same slug? Like, does this sense out to be a similar slug, or?
No.
Okay.
It is decidedly different.
Cool.
If you could, I mean, just because they're the same creature doesn't necessarily mean they have the same sort of chakra signature, but the chakra
Right.
signature, the chakra signature for this girl is very much hers. It's not something that somebody's
Okay.
tampered with or messed with or anything like that.
Okay.
So
I think I'm starting to stretch the limits of what a 14 will give me, even though I do have a vast amount of knowledge. So,
bit.
I'm just gonna say that she's a slug lady.
Just outright in answer to Sume's question of why you are slimy is she's a slug lady.
Yeah.
What?
What? See, look, in the antenna and the sticky.
happened when you botched summon?
Yes.
Cool.
Shiori has no idea.
What was the Tsume's comment?
I was like,
Is that
this
what happens when you botch a summon?
Oh.
And Shiori just immediately, yes.
Oh wait, no.
Actually, this is exactly what happens when you botch a summon.
Shiori,
summon.
you have. Did you roll to do your detect emotions thing?
Oh shit! No, I did not. I want to.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll say you did it.
I just assume everyone I meet, I'm rolling on them for it. So.
Yeah. It's just like every day you have to spend the chakra and the roll to actually do it, but as long as you don't concentrate on anything else, you'll keep it. So.
Okay. ESP chakra control at DC 25. Okay.
Yep.
My chakra control again. It's a lot. 18. Oh, that doesn't work. 31.
There you go.
I think I got it.
Yeah. So with your detect emotions, detect thoughts from ESP going, you get the feeling that due to the language barrier thing that she's got going on, she has a limited understanding of whatever it is you are saying and talking about. She was able to grasp what Tsume was asking, which is why she moved her hands the way she did. But she doesn't do anything about it, but it's decidedly there. There is a spike of anger in her thoughts at Tsume saying summoning.
Ooh.
But she doesn't do anything to act on it, because she currently can't.
Okay,
Though, outside of this, of your discussion with her, the guards are prepping for the whole group to be moved, you guys included, all be moved to the Kage's mansion, so that she can be placed somewhere where she's not going to necessarily get away as easily.
Adventure!
She won't get away from me. Can I ask the guards, will I be able to talk with her once you have her in her cell?
Of course.
Okay, good. That makes me less worried now.
And speaking to her is not going to be prohibited, though she will be still guarded when that happens.
Of course.
Part of when she left was he's fine now, but there was a guard that she had temporarily paralyzed before she left the first time. So she is still very much a threat.
Do you know how she managed that?
According to what he said, she was able to basically sneak up on him, much to his dismay, and to the Kage's. He'll be... And he sort of... The guard puts his hand behind his head. I don't think the Padekage is going to be very happy about it being partially the guard's fault, but in telling the truth about it...
Wait.
The guard
I just
messed
realized.
up?
The guard wasn't vigilant enough. Quote unquote. Vigilant enough. Either she's super good at sneaking, or the disciplined guard failed. One or the other.
She was in it.
And in that process...
It is! Oh, it took me this long and like 2 trips here for it to click
that Gyuki is the tailed beast here.
Yes, you are correct.
Which one is
Yeah.
this?
Gyuki Hachibi, the eight tails.
In the show, it's in Killer Bee.
Oh, octopus dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Octopus Ox.
Yeah, whatever. Oxman.
Octopus.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right.
All right. So, you, the guard that you're speaking to is basically, the guard that she had paralyzed is potentially going to be reprimanded for failing, but it appears from, you have your sense of emotions going anyway, that the particular guard that you're talking to doesn't feel like it was his fellow guard's fault. He firmly thinks that this chick is very good at sneaking.
Yes.
He just knows that the Kage is going to twist it so that he can get some sort of a disciplinary action out of it, because he usually does, apparently.
Aw. That's
Kage
not the
here-
fun-loving squid I know.
The Kage is very military-centric, it seems.
Yeah, I figured.
The Kage is.
Mhm.
The squid may not.
Or
Oh,
squid.
the squid?
What does 10 tails be a squid? Since it has 10 things.
No.
Anyway, so,
Don't dignify that with a response. I know exactly what the fuck the 10 tails is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what
no.
the Ten Tails is.
Okay. I just
the
don't want
10
anyone to
tail-
think I don't, because honestly.
Apocalyptic squid.
The Ten Tails, technically in the show, was a being that was created when Madara pushed all the chakras of the other 9 together into the body that was apparently the moon, and huzzah! In my world, the tailed beasts are separate entities, all their own, and are not meant to collide together to form the
That's good.
10th. The 10th
Apocalyptic
himself
squid.
is something separate. And since all
You know what this means?
What?
There's another village.
what do you mean there's another
There's
village?
another village.
Well, I mean, I've been operating off the idea that there are 9 villages.
Yeah,
May villages.
there are 10.
Wait,
There
there
are
are
10.
10?
Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
Have we been to 10?
but
You-
who does the 10 have?
You have currently
Not who has the 10 tails. Who does the 10 tails have?
okay, hold on.
What does
Let
the
me
10
look
Because
over-
that's exactly how that works.
Let me look over my map here. Hold on.
Okay.
You grew up, temporary tangent for lore. You, as a group, grew up and were born in Dataku. Dataku is
Yes.
9. Is Kyubi. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys picked the village that just so happened to hold the 9 tails when I gave you the list of towns, which I found hilarious considering that was a main character in the show itself. But so Dataku is 9. You live there.
I do.
You have been. Tsume has been to Haloyo.
Yes.
Haloyo is 4. Haloyo is monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my towns thing up as well, just so that I can keep track. So you've been to, you grew up in Dataku, You've been to Haloyo, which is 10, or 4. Sigotea is where you went with you were in Sigotea temporarily for a while, and Sigotea was where you basically followed dogs back, and you found the one little boy that was dealing with the medic, and Okami was still there, and yeah. Sigotea you went to temporarily. Sigotea is Five-Tail. You didn't really see the Kage there very much. The Garokotsu is Healer, is Slug, Six-Tail.
6.
Rusadana you were in for a while. It's where Satomi was originated from. It's her birthplace. Rusadana's Kage was the Puppeteer Kage. That was all meditaty and cool. She is Beetle, Seven-Tail.
7-Tail, Chome.
And then way back when you encountered Kadia, the dragon chick. You went
we didn't meet the Kage of that village.
You didn't meet the Kage of that village, but you went to that village. And that village, much like yours, was surrounded by a wall. That was Daiju. Daiju was 10.
Oh god, how did I not catch that one? The Great 10. Oh no.
Fun.
So, does that mean we can sit up on our wall and just yell down, like, at our enemies saying that their father smells like elderberries?
Sure.
Sammy! In the chat. The Apocalyptic Squid new metal band name.
What? I thought you were laughing at my joke about the.
I was laughing at both.
Yes. So those are the villages.
I love how you named it. I love how you named it Great 10, and I never even. My brain's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why, you dumb?
Anyway, so Daiju you went to. That's where you encountered Nadia, but you didn't see the Kage there. Daiju was 10. The only villages you have not been to is 1, 2, and 3. Which is funny.
Good.
We should have been using books as stamps and collected. It'd be like, here, can you stamp this?
No, we just get stamps in our passports.
Yeah. I mean,
Ninja passport. No one knows we were there.
You have not encountered the one-tail.
If they see you, you have to get a stamp.
You have not encountered the one-tail Shikaku raccoon dog, because
he lives
in the
sand
desert.
Village,
he's
and
in the
we can't
desert.
go to the desert because they built a wall.
Yep. So you because of the desert wall, you guys didn't pass it to go into the desert itself to encounter the Kage there. And then the two-tailed, the cat, spectral cat, ghost cat. That cat is on the other side of the desert. So, seeing as how the desert wall protects the desert from the 3 villages above it, no one can get to the village for the spectral cat because it's past the wall, past the desert. So you haven't been there either.
I so want to go meet this person who's ever in charge of this village and be like, ha! Kitty.
That being said, there is the third village, the turtle, 3-tail. The 3-tail is on your continent, whereas those other 2 are on Rufone instead of Ipari. And Setesu is the village where the turtle is, and Setetsu is the village that Inu, the little dog that Maddie currently is with, had apparently came from. The village that is shrouded in mystery on the map and is for your main continent's map. So.
Mystery map.
So, that whole tangent aside, do you follow through with taking the little slug girl to the Kage's base?
Yes.
Alright.
While we're doing that, I want to keep trying to talk to her.
Right. That was my
Tell
next
you,
question.
Pictures go a long way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to see if I've got like a... I've got a...
Draw a cat. So there's a cat, and then, like, basically a gesture to, like, what is it to them? I'd be like, okay. Common word. Cat.
So I have a +1 to speak language.
Technically, yeah.
Because I technically have a rank in it.
Did you actually put a rank in speak language?
I have a rank in speak language, yes. And it's apparently an unskilled thing.
Yeah.
What is speak language? It just doesn't have a skill associated with it?
It doesn't have an ability associated with it because in D20 Modern, both read and write and speak language are skills that basically say you can speak quote-unquote English or common or what have you normally, and if you put skill points and ranks into speak or write language, you effectively get the ability to be multilingual. By virtue of putting ranks in it means you have a language that you have learned to some degree, and the fact that you have to spend 2 points in it to both be able to read, write, and speak it, regardless of whether or not it's a class skill or not, implies that it takes an extra bit of time to go into. The point that you put the rank in there, and I've never really made it do anything, I think I'm going to make it possible after a little bit of time for you to learn her language.
I'd like to.
Yeah, I'll take it as that, and we'll run it through with that. That seems to be pretty
Shiori
fair.
does have... Does Shiori have quick learner? No, I think that belongs to a smart hero, doesn't it?
Sounds like it would be a smart hero thing, yeah.
I'm just trying to check through my feats to make sure.
Yeah, you don't have any kind of learn-based feat.
I
Other than
don't.
forensics training.
Well, yeah, but that's for me, so... Okay, yeah. So, just during the walk there, I want to try and, like, talk with her and kind of, like, go through some kind of thing where I can, like, start to learn, like, words from her.
Right. Okay. That plus your sense motive thing that you already had going, you slowly but surely are starting to get a grasp of like who she is, and she's not wanting to tell you. She has better training to not tell you why she is there, but basically she's was sent as a scout is sort of what you are able to glean from just talking to her. Knowing my take, if I was to actually talk in dialogue with her, I'd give more information than she would give. So, since she is more charismatically inclined than I am, I'm going to say it that way.
Okay.
But she she very clearly
Damn, I
doesn't
didn't
want
put
to be
points
there.
into charm.
Hmm?
I didn't put points into charm.
You didn't, but you're about to meet somebody who did, quote unquote. So,
Oh no.
Oh.
So, you head off to the Kage's mansion, as it were.
Hey, cool. That's actually really cool.
Alright.
Oh, whoa.
So, you are welcome with this sort of lavish and well-built, well-kept, mansion. It's a little off the outskirts of the village itself. It's like way in the back. If it was on a hill, which it's not, but if it was on a hill, it'd be like the mansion on a hill overlooking the village. But it's actually not on a hill, unfortunately. And it is large, extravagant, and fairly well guarded, or at least it seems to be. And the guard that comes with you sort of bows and sanctions off the prisoner to the next guard so that he can go back down to the village itself.
Staying next to the prisoner, just like following along. And just going like, oh.
It should be noted that due to y'all's own character wealth crap that you had going on, this is actually probably quite a bit bigger than the mansion house. It's a medium house that you guys recently bought for yourself.
Yeah, we just like take up like a little bit of a wing.
Though technically the map, if we was to make it, probably be very similar. But regardless, you are brought in, and the guards sort of see your garb and your headbands being clearly evident. So they're able to sort of come to terms with who you are, what you're doing. They see the other prisoner, and it's been reported that she escaped, so they sort of have this bow and thanks, and lead you on to what amounts to the holding cells for this mansion, which is technically down these stairs over here. So,
Okay.
Okay.
we'll show it that way. You take her down, and you see that you put her in a much better guarded holding cell, and soon after, two individuals arrive. One of them has a token, the other one does not. And she, do you find her? Yeah. She comes down, and you notice that she has a headband that's clearly broadcasted. And she actually has a headband that Tsume vaguely recognizes because it's a headband for Haloyo.
Ah. Jeez.
What was that?
Alright, just trying to see what the picture is.
It's currently sitting right beside your token. Should be.
Yeah, I know. I had to zoom in order to see it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the reason she has such a very curvaceous token is because she is.
Okay.
She is very, very pretty. And she's very much got the presence about her that she can get just about anybody to listen to her. And she is of higher ranking Jonin. She's got the garb for it. And she sees the two of you and the tiger. And she's, well, there you two are. Or three, I guess. I heard that they were sending someone up this way. It was supposed to be a team of three. I guess Tiger counts as three. But that's fine. Welcome, the two of you. Kage is still currently, what was...
There's a will save to resist the boobies.
Will save to resist what?
To resist the boobies.
The chest area. Of course, dear. Of course.
I got a 23, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just because I'm funny, I want to see. Nope, I'm clearly staring.
So Tsume is very clearly staring then.
It's just like, who is this person? What?
Now, the question is, was your role specifically for the same situation that Shiori's was? And are you staring at her, or are you staring at her?
I'm just like, I don't know how to make this. But pretty much the same role as what Shiori rolled. It's just like, I don't know what to do.
The woman shakes her head and smiles.
This'll be good.
Well, this'll be fun. Don't worry, honey,
What?
I'm not your type. And she sort of pats Tsume on the head.
Of course you're not my type. I pointed at
She-
Shiori. I was like,
Shiori.
she is.
when before that happens, when she pats Tsume on the head, Shiori's just gonna go, okay, we brought your prisoner,
You did indeed.
and just kind of like step, like very, very specifically step between them.
And I just like point at Shiori. It's like, she's my type.
Aw. The woman smiles.
Anyone rolls to detect static in the room.
And all of a sudden, Sumi's hair is just like, like poofed out if Shiori touched her.
She actually reaches her hand out to shake Shiori's hand. Name's Minori, hun. Don't worry, I won't get between you two.
What was it?
Minori.
She's trying to shake your
Right.
hand.
Shiori gives like a quiet huff and goes, I'm Shiori. And she shakes her hand. It's Tsume, Chima. And did I get a name off the slug girl?
No, you didn't.
Didn't. Still didn't. Damn.
She actually made it a point to, even though, because of the nature of her occupation, she doesn't want to give any kind of a name. Plus, with the language barrier, it would be hard for it to translate well anyway. So,
Yeah.
she's fairly okay with
Well,
just
I
being
was just
called.
gonna do one of those me Tarzan, you Jane kind of things with her, but okay.
she's perfectly fine with you just referring to her as, basically Slug Girl.
Okay.
Is sort of what it amounts to. I guess technically you could find a Japanese-esque name that would translate to about the same thing. But, either way. Is the static, like, the Shiori going on, still going on when you shake hands with Minori?
Probably.
Okay. As she goes to shake your hand, you do get especially with your sense motive thing, your detect emotions going. This woman is very playful, and knowing and seeing very clearly, because she has sense chakra too, knowing and seeing very clearly that Shiori is lightning acclimated, when she goes to shake her hand, there is a discernible of static, because she has, as a conductor, she's palmed water in her hand. She's a water ninja.
So she basically made a like a buffer? Or is she trying to short me out? What is it do?
No, she's just trying to...
It's not that bad of a static. I mean, it's probably the static that makes the hair go all crazy, but still.
She's basically wanting to conduct what little static is there to, quote-unquote, make your handshake have impact.
Is she?
So, yeah.
We could call it Iriko, which is like a sea slug.
We'll call her Sea Slug.
Well, I mean, like, we call it that, or Namikuji, which is like a sluggy slug.
Why don't we just call her Nami?
We could call her Itai Hazare, which is disappointment. Also means slug.
No.
Okay. Namikuji or Iriko works. I like Iriko.
Can we just call her Nami?
We can call her Nami.
Okay, Nami it is.
Which, Nami technically is wave. Which
So she can probably do the wave with her stomach.
didn't she come from like a village outside? Like, didn't she come from a boat? So
Yeah,
that works.
so just call her. We just call her that. And I'm sure she can do the wave with her body. Or is that the worm? Whatever.
The wave requires several bodies, or it's the saddest wave of any waves.
Why can't you people too bad?
Nami, huh?
Yes, she
It
can
means
probably do the.
It's wave, but it's close to Namikuji, which is a slug. Yes,
Okay.
but also she came from a boat, so it works.
Fair enough. And she
Her
does
name is Nami.
technically count as a water ninja because her this thing is technically a water move. So
No, not the new one. The slug one.
no. I mean her.
Yeah.
The slug had a mist. Remember?
Yeah, hit
Oh
and
yeah,
miss.
that's right. She was a Miss Ninja.
Yep. So by all technicality, she's a water ninja.
Sick. Well, her name is Nami.
All right. Fair enough. I'll take that
Yeah,
as canon.
Shiori's
for
just
her name.
gonna go. Shiori's just gonna go. She's gonna introduce everybody. She's gonna point to her and go. Executive decision. Your name is Nami now.
She sort of tweaks an eyebrow at the executive decision part, but then here's
And an antenna.
your name is Nami. Then she's just okay.
Okay, good.
Wave. No? Okay.
What?
I love you.
No. It's just Tsume just being yourself.
Alright. So, Minori looks to the three of you and to the woman, Nami, now in the cell, and she goes, and that, I'm assuming, is the one that was reported having escaped that you two retrieved.
Retrieved, met at the front door. Yeah.
Nah. Tomato, hon. So.
What's a tomato? I'm kidding.
Right, I know.
It'd be what's a tomato, because tomato is tomato. Technically, in canon, we're all speaking Japanese. The tomato is tomato.
Fair. Whatever. So, she gives the three of you a smile, and there's another individual that has been there the whole time, but Minori just soaked up the attention of the room because that's what she does. And you see this sort of, effectively they look very similar to a maid. They're not like, it's sort of like the same sort of maids that like Alfred, Butler, that sort of idea, in that it's a person who's hired and paid to do the job rather than somebody who's forced to do the job. And she has, this older woman has a plate of food that has been set aside to give to the would-be, technically, prisoner.
Nami, okay.
Nami.
Real quick, what village did you say this lady who demands attention in all the world
What's the matter? What
is
about
from?
her?
Where's she from?
Haloyo.
Haloyo, and which one is that? Haloyo is what number?
Haloyo is four-tailed monkey. Haloyo
The monkey dude? Okay.
Haloyo was the place where you went that had the big celebration when
The changing over and stuff, and I was like, talking to like the old guy, and I was like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
Have I also been to Haloyo?
No, you have not.
I have
This
not.
is when
Okay.
I was there, and then I went to go met Frog Sage on my little escapade by myself. Tsume is noticing that she's from the town and be like, oh, is new monkey boy less cocky? Now that it's been a couple of days.
She sort of raises an eyebrow at you saying that, and then takes a closer look at who you are, and then she's, oh, right, he talked about that. Yeah, he's still obnoxious, but he's learning. But I'm not here to worry about that particular Kage. I'm here to worry about the military-minded one here. And she does this, like, dramatic flare of the hair, and then I don't know if you two know, but I am a fairly competent captain of militaries and missions, and apparently...
You're a showboater, aren't you?
Of course. Only way to be.
Yeah,
That being
that's
said...
Sumi's gonna look at Shiori and just be like, I'm bored of her now.
She says...
Shiori has no idea how to take that.
No, as in, like, I'm tired of her. She's like, I don't really like her. I'm a cat person. Okay? I'm clearly a
I
cat
paid attention
person.
to her for 5 minutes. I'm clearly a cat. This is not going anywhere.
No, it's just like paying attention, then be like, and I'm bored of you.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It is a very cat sort of trait. And in fact, Minori goes, Very much like the tiger friend you have with you, huh? Suppose that makes sense. Regardless...
Actually, I can usually get Shima to pay attention longer than Tsume.
Fair. Regardless, the Padekage here was wanting to enlist me to come here along with you, to help keep his soldiers in line. And that being said, I could use a little bit of help, because even my...
But you're a competent captain, and you need our help. So.
I wasn't the one that called you specifically. I just know...
Wait.
No, you just sat there and asked for, like, our help. Even though it was, like, your...
Does her saying that mean that the Padekage specifically asked for us? Or does she just mean she's not the specific person that asked for backup?
The latter.
Oh, okay. Then,
so she didn't ask for backup, it's just...
The Padekage wanted her to have backup, and asked for Dataku to send somebody as backup, because Dataku's the closest village to here. That's what it amounted to.
Okay.
So, aside from, who was it, Nami, over there, do you three know anything about the attacks that have went on over here?
No, we've just been told to come and just sit around and protect, that's it.
Yeah, no specifics. We've gotten some generalizations that the village is under attack, but...
Fair enough. Well, Padekage currently is out with his meditative training, but he will be arriving here soon. And until then, I am basically to lead you into his meeting room and give you a basic debriefing on what we have learned about our would-be invaders, as it were.
And he can't just simply tell us himself.
He probably has more information than I do, yes, but he must get his meditating in every couple of days. And there's a definitive eye roll as she says that.
So we can wait. As you can see, we're obviously still trying to talk to the prisoner here. Gesturing to Shiori.
Okay, fine. I'm not y'all's captain. And she just sort of shrugs and moves on. Assuming that you'll meet her in the meeting room directed there by the guards later.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Leaving you to potentially talk to Nami.
So... what is Nami doing here?
What exactly did I get out of her in regard to that? Basically nothing, or?
Nami's, in wanting to talk to her, and get a little bit more information out of her, I'll say that the guard that walked with you, gave you a sort of mini, bit of information in what some of the interrogators were able to pull out of her early on when she was first initially captured and escaped. But basically she is a scout and sort of spy type, and it was intended for her to infiltrate the village as best she could and see what she could learn about the goings-ons here. Basically, she was doing a recon mission. And then she was able to get some of that information, and before she was captured, but she wasn't able to deliver on it because she was captured, and because she didn't return at the rendezvous point when she was supposed to. It's projected that that is what led to the initial actual assault. That is what led the Padekage to call all of you for. So, the quote-unquote invaders did actually come here. Whether the intent was actually to invade or not remains to be seen, but they did come here, they did infiltrate the village via her, and when she didn't return to the rendezvous point when she was supposed to, was when they attacked. So, it's at least the Padekage's thinking currently that if she was to go back to her group on the boat, what information she did glean, whatever it was, she would be able to give, which would be bad. And if she's held captive and kept here, she would make a potential bargaining chip to hold off the invasion or to balance the invasion, especially with bringing in a captain that's very much a charmer. Though the Padekage is having to go to the extreme of the charmer because he doesn't know what to expect from someone who sent a scout that was a slug person.
Yeah, it's a charmer that's backed up by 2 little children. That's gonna go well.
You guys are young, and it should be noted that the Padekage didn't call for you specifically. He called for help.
Just backup.
He called for help and backup, and it was the Datakage that thinks that you two are the best for this job.
Yes, but still, the idea is funny. It's just like the enemy group strolls up, and then all of a sudden, just this captain that's trying to be flirty with everything, and it's just like 2 little children behind her, just like, yeah.
It's gonna go over really well, isn't it?
Yeah, and be like, is this some kind of joke?
Wait till you meet the military captain from the invading army.
Oh, good. That'll be great.
Anyway, so, are you...
Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw what time it was. Almost forgot to take my pills. I was making a bunch of noise. I didn't know if you could hear it or not.
Yeah. So, was Tsume clearly intending to actually help Shiori interrogate Nami, or was she doing that because she didn't want to deal with Minori anymore?
Yeah, she actually wants to help.
Okay.
She just wants to show, be like, yeah, just like, I want to help and stuff. I just don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your approach then to get info out of Minori? Or Nami, rather.
Yeah, info out of Minori. What are your plans with my girlfriend? Can I make...
None.
Can I roll investigate? I prefer to roll something I actually have something decent in, but, I mean...
What are you wanting to do?
I want to try and get more information out of her. Like, I want to convince her to tell me things.
Weirdly, that could be considered a gather information check.
I don't have that.
Do you not have that? I thought you had that.
I don't. Mm-mm.
I don't have it either.
Well, I know Sume's not going to have it. it's a charisma skill, and that's not your forte.
No, I don't have very good charismas. Minori, on the other hand, has rather large charismas.
Yeah, she does.
I think charisma is my favorite euphemism for that.
Alright, did you realize what she was saying? Like she was making an innuendo?
I caught it, yes.
Okay. Because if not, that's just hilarious.
Of course I did. I agreed that she did. Maybe I should have
Bard
added
is
to
an
that.
adorable marshmallow.
I thought you
Maybe-
were saying that she has, as in she really does have like high charisma.
She does.
Well, she does.
She
Yes.
she has high charisma. She just has very good charismas also.
She has a very high charisma score. It's all in her bra.
Let me
Oh
double
my
check
gosh.
what charisma actually
Then
is.
again, Tsunade had a very high charisma score also. So.
Yeah. Minori's charisma is 18. So.
Oh, God damn.
So maybe if you wanted to do some interrogation, it wouldn't have been beneficial to keep the
That's
one that would be
Florida.
good at that
Ooh.
in the room. But
I mean, she wandered off on her own. We were just
yeah, I
staying.
know. She wasn't in the mood for interrogation at the time. She's good at it, but regardless.
I'm just gonna sit down in front of the gate and just be like. So, how old are you?
What did you say?
How old was she? Is she?
How old is
Nami.
Nami.
Nami? Is just a hair. She's only a. few
She's
years older than you.
asking. She's actually asking Nami.
Yeah. Nami takes a second, and then she's 18.
How did you get involved with your group?
I was trained, and given the chance to be something more.
Do you want to be in that kind of group, or do you just want to do your own thing?
Shiori, or not Shiori, Tsume, because Tsume's doing the talking, oddly enough.
Yeah. Sume's just gonna sit there and be like, if it takes a while for her to answer, she's actually going to say, do you feel like you belong with that group?
Could Shiori have learned enough of the language to sort of figure out how to ask that in clearer terms?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so she's gonna repeat the question in her language so that they can kind of communicate easier.
Okay. Since now Shiori is translating it, Shiori, give me a sense motive roll.
Okay. And I get a bonus because my ESP is running.
You're at a total of +6, I think, because your
I
sense
am.
motive by itself is 4.
Yep.
Yep.
23?
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. For transparency, you didn't see it, but I rolled a bluff on her. So, she sort of looks between the two of you, and she's... I don't want to be here, but I don't want to be... And now that Shiori's talking to her more in her language, it's easier for her to articulate things. And by her, I mean me. Because speaking with broken English was not easy. She...
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's harder to do on purpose. She says, I don't want to be here, specifically, nor do I want to be stuck home, back home. I don't have much else I can't do.
What's wrong with home?
It's isolated. There's only
Like
so
an
many...
island, or?
Yes.
Oh.
She just wants to go on adventures.
Hi, my name's
Adventures are
Shiori. I
awesome.
deal in adventures.
Don't be Tsume. Hi, I'm Tsume. I go on adventures.
Granted, Tsume doesn't pick up on all of that because it's in the pseudo context of the language that
Yeah, I figured.
Tsume's picking up on, or that Shiori's picking up on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to go out and do things, but I can't do that at home due to it being so isolated. And the only way that I was going to be able to adventure out is to be part of a military expedition.
See.
But now that I'm here, I don't know really what to think of this place.
Well, not every place is like this.
It should be noted that the tray of food that was placed to for her, it was actually for irony and because why the heck not? It's actually a ramen style dish of some variation.
Mm.
But it has not been touched.
That's good.
Nami just looks over towards it, but makes no effort to try to eat it or anything.
You should eat.
At that, she goes to very tentatively taste at the meal. Boop. Okay, good. She sort of takes it, and through her demeanor and your detect emotions thing, it's not something she's fond of. Something about it just seems to bother her a little bit, but other than that, she is eating it.
So you said there's something in it that bothers her?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, I can probably assume.
Okay, what's your guess?
Well, I mean, being a slug, it's probably the salt content that's in ramen.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
yeah,
is,
Shiori's gonna like...
She is very much not used to salty foods.
I see.
think living on an island, but anyway, Shiori's gonna look at her, like look at the food and look at her and goes, "Oh, do you need me to get you something that doesn't have Are you gonna be okay eating that?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Are you sure? It looks like there's something that's not agreeing with you.
It's something new. I do want to get used to the food here.
Okay, just keep in mind that certain food might be dangerous. Just because you want to get used to it doesn't mean you need to hurt yourself to do it. Okay?
Wait, something's wrong with that ramen?
It's just really salty and she's a slug, so...
Oh!
I'm not an actual slug. It's not poison to me.
No, I didn't say it was poison. I just said it was making you uncomfortable. You're fine.
She sighs and continues eating the food.
Don't worry, she fusses about everyone. We've adopted, like...
I just
How many?
worry about people. I think we're at 4 now. If 6 if you count my parents.
Oh, I mean, we just brought people back to the village. Be like, yep, they're gonna live here now.
6 if you count my parents.
Hold on a second. Is it actually that many?
I think it is.
Well, we have Maddie,
so-
there was the boy and his family.
There's the boy, there's Maddie, there's Marasagi.
There's like her parents.
There's Akira
That's 5.
and Chinatsu, and then there's Tsume's mom. We brought her back.
That's
so
6.
that's 6.
Oh, no, it's more than 6.
It's more than 6. And there's Nami now. We're probably going to end up adopting Boob Lady, so...
No, Blue Lady has her own town she goes to.
And fuck it, we're adopting her. She's an NPC. We have to.
God,
Good luck with that.
Naruto version of Pokemon. Gotta collect all the ninjas.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Minori is going to journey off with you 3. She has her own kids she has to deal with later.
There.
And no, I don't mean
Okay,
kids
so
that
maybe
she's
not
had.
Minami,
I
or
mean
Minori,
ninjas that
but...
I mean ninjas that she's a sensei for.
Oh,
Right.
right.
I
Why
assumed
didn't
that's
she
what
bring
you meant.
them?
Perhaps they're on a mission of their own currently.
Maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, just like our team leader just lets us wander off with nobody.
We went on one mission with him. We rescued him on one mission. We went to go poke him and be on another mission and tell him, hey, you need to get back. And then we just, all the other times on the missions, we've just been by ourselves.
Yep.
But yay, this is so much learning! What are we learning? Oh, that's right, how to survive.
We're learning slug languages and how not to die.
Alright. So do you want to get anything else out of Nami?
I mean, in general, just everything I can.
I'm just trying to have
But-
just a conversation. It doesn't matter where it goes. I'm just trying to make
Yeah.
her feel comfortable around us.
Right.
Like, hey,
Yeah,
we're not
that's-
actually bad people.
Yeah, that's kind of Shiori's goal as well.
Okay.
Shiori just wants to make friends.
Through that you both get a through that you two both get a grasp that she most definitely besides the fact that she's in prison, she most definitely does not want to be here. She's had quite enough of this particular town, though she does still have a degree of loyalty to the group that she is with. So even if she was to get away, she's not going to just abandon that military, though she is wary of trying to be like, hey, thank you for bringing me to this other continent. I'm going to go this way now, bye. So, you're going to have some hoops to jump through before you undertale your way into this particular NPC.
That's fine.
But that being said, she's at least currently not wanting to really leave. She's not comfortable being here, but she is as comfortable being here as she could be, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, she appreciates the conversation of, sort of treating her a bit like a person, and she seems to be very, very wary of Minori, what little bit she saw of her. So there's a degree of untrust there, perhaps, but she's, contrary to the fact that you guys absolutely tried to destroy her earlier.
We didn't.
We just asked her to stop and let's do this the easy way, and she really did say hard way. And we did. We proved, hey, we can actually keep up with you.
Yeah,
she literally asked us to.
Yeah, she did. So, that's fine. Now, with that,
never let it be said that I don't listen to my patient's desires. She wanted me to prescribe an extra dose of whoop ass, and I did.
You very much did. Holy crap, Shiori was a beast.
Hell yeah. What? How long do we talk with her?
I'm staying there until the Kage actually comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was sort of playing with, was you guys were probably going to stay down there and talk with her in that sort of fashion up until the Kage did show up, at which point one of the other guards comes down and basically speaks to you and is, the Padekage has returned and wishes to speak with you and brief you on what has been going on. And you three are...
Somebody's going to look at Nami and be like, can you just please not try to escape, please?
She nods. She nods to you in answer to basically try not to escape or whatever.
Oh yeah, Sumi's gonna get up. I'm gonna be like, alright, let's go.
Shiori's gonna stand up and just kind of smile to her and say, I still want to know your real name. And then she's gonna follow Tsume.
She gives you a smile, and since you can understand her language, she gives you her language variant of, we'll work on it.
Shiori's gonna nod to her and I'll hold you to it, and then go,
Alright, let's go
So,
to the meeting place.
to see. Okay. She's gonna look to any guards that are gonna be guarding Nami, and just go and just say, no matter what, please don't hurt her.
Tsume's gonna be like behind her. Listen to her. She is terrifying. Okay. No, not funny.
Sorry,
Darn exploded. I laughed. I thought it was funny.
So you walk on up into what amounts to you venture into the meeting room, and I'm going to copy to put more potential guards in here because there technically would be. There we go. And you are met with Minori is still there. She gives to the three of you a wave, and the Padekage returns into the room, and he is extremely burly and powerful looking. He is very much strong heroes, tough heroes, sort of big, powerful stature. He's clearly an individual that, through normal brute strength, as opposed to chakra controlled brute strength, he could punch through a wall easily. Whereas vastly everybody else that you have met, who had the potential capabilities to be that sort of a brick house and punch people through walls, i.e. Sora earlier, Sora does it through knowledge of medics and like Tsunade brute strength punch. This guy looks like he could do it through normal strength alone.
I can probably do it.
You could, theoretically. You have Tsume has the build of someone who is capable of becoming, burly and strong, but
Oh, Tsume gets a reminder that she needs to go buy new training weights.
Yeah. Maybe it's because you see that this Kage happens to have some of them, like hanging on his wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Shiori, for purposes of your sense chakra, he has a intense reservoir of chakra, much in the same way that the Padekage does when he's upset. But rather than it being there only when he's upset, his seems to be there constantly to anyone that is capable of sensing chakra. So, yeah. And he sort of looks around the room, and you sort of get the rundown of mission briefing, and that amounts to that the village has been, in the recent couple days, has been under attack from strange, unknown assailants. And what is known about these assailants is that they seem to harbor a strong amount of chakra for someone of their sort of stature, and those that have been seen and encountered, much like Nami, have some degree of animalistic trait that is apparent about them.
Is it always the same animal, or is it different?
It's all different.
Okay.
There's talk of a individual that he seems to have. He's not been captured because he doesn't get close enough, and whenever he shows up, he's always with basically a group that is with him that seems to do more of the work than he does. But this particular individual has been described to be sort of like I don't know if normal mythology lore exists within the context of Naruto, but he's basically been described to be somewhat like a satyr. He's got he doesn't have hooves like a satyr does, but he does have the ram horns on top of his head. And then there's talk of people in that party that seem to have wings with the capability to fly, like straight full-on fly. Some with black feathered wings, some with like a sort of a grayish, white-toned feathered wings. Comes in different variations of color. And one report, though it has not been confirmed, because people are like, okay, so there's a slug chick, bird people, a ram, and I guess this one would kind of make sense, but it's weird. There's claim that someone of the army was, like, investigated. It's like there was a battle that went down, and someone was defeated, like full on defeated, killed, and the medic that was on site for that particular fight claims that he got a glimpse that this particular individual had underneath a blinder had compound bug eyes. But that particular corpse for that particular person has not been brought in, because as soon as the medic found it, he barely escaped as he was attacked by the rest of the group, and the corpse was brought back to the ship. So, yeah. Essentially, they're very animalistic in nature.
Interesting.
Do so Shiori's gonna wait until she's allowed to ask questions, but
Yeah. And at the end of his whole rigmarole, in briefing for everyone, a lot of the guards and other officials go and return to their own posts, and then he looks to Minori and you three. As you can see, it's entirely possible that we're going to be under attack again, and if these reports is to be believed, there's no telling what sort of person can come our way. And then he seems to almost notice and sort of size up the group that he is, the you three, and I wasn't expecting Dataku to send children, but I'm sure he deemed that you three were capable. Therefore, I trust that judgment.
Hey. We captured the slug girl again for you.
This is true.
Sir, we've got a pretty good track record of not coming back empty-handed.
I mean...
I do have some questions, if I may.
Go right ahead.
So, what do you plan on doing with her?
The girl?
Yes.
We definitely need to investigate into what's going on, the reason for the attack.
I plan to.
We can't very well... We do have ninjas from other villages that are given mission to investigate into that without potential harm. I, at this point, want to make sure that my village is protected and don't wish harm, necessarily, to those that come to attack. Not the looks to the notes. Nami was the name?
That's the one we gave her. She doesn't have much, but she has a little bit of ninja training. She's not giving up her name easily. Not a whole lot of information other than polite conversation.
I would assume she has fairly capable ninja training, considering what the guards have said that she's capable of doing.
She at least has interrogation training, and she seems a pretty capable water ninja, so...
There was also reports depicting her as a form of an assassin or spy, so...
She's a scout as far as I can tell. She doesn't even want to... From her words, she doesn't want to be part of what she's part of. She was looking for an excuse to get away from her home. And ended up here spying on us. Or reconning us, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, we still don't want that whatever information she gleaned to potentially be gleaned from our would-be attackers, and I want this village to be guarded and protected. That said, it appears that some of my guards are not really up to par. So, as par
not
to
up to par?
In other words, they're not...
They're doing their jobs.
Yes.
I'm sure they were doing their jobs, it's just she probably outsmarted them. You get those people who can, like, probably sneak better than you every now and then. Some people who can actually outpunch you. It happens.
This is true. Few can outpunch me, of course, but that's besides the point. You make a good point. That aside. But...
Shiori thinks of Sora.
This would be like, we probably know someone.
That being said, the mission parameters for you is to help protect this town and to whether it's to train the guards, help the guards, whatever, the primary goal for you is for you to maintain protection for this village. You do seem to have some missions under your belt, but I don't know if you three have ever had a mission that required you to basically safeguard a place.
Nothing that was part of the mission parameters, but we've had to do it before.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, we did have to stop a town from attacking us once.
That's slightly different.
Well, we were defending. And then
This
the
is true.
Padekage came up and they just ran scared.
Okay.
Shiori, you still have your detect emotions going, right?
I do.
You, in Tsume speaking of the point in which the town was, your town was attacked, back when, yeah, do you have, I don't suppose it technically be, what would one roll for, like, to recall something that happened in the past? I assume that'd be a base, like, int roll, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or would it be wisdom?
Wisdom is like, there's a really funny thing of how to remember what intelligent versus wisdom is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Intelligence is knowing things, when wisdom is
Applying.
like, yeah.
Okay.
So I think it would be intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shiori, roll for me a, intelligence with a +2, quote-unquote, pulled from your detect emotions, because it's kind of like a memory-based sense motive, so it'd be a +5.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I AP that one, or?
Not really, but I'll give you
Okay.
the basic premise, and I'll say what it was for the players, because you may not remember, but that roll implies that Shiori doesn't remember either. So, whenever Tsume mentions the attack that happened in the past to your village, you get a sort of, I don't know exactly what emotion it would be primarily, because it's not pride per se, nor is it like some variation of enjoyment or anything like that, but maybe giving you the out of character context, we can get an actual emotion to go with it. In the past, when your village was attacked, it was established, or at least thought, that the ninjas that attacked your village in the past were from Padehachi.
From here.
Yep. But that plus the recon mission that was done to Padehachi via Kamogu has led to what is now an apparent alliance between the two.
Is it possible that what happened to them, what happened to us? No. Wait. What happened to them also caused the blame? Like, so we met Nami outside and she was dressed as a Padehachi ninja, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if, considering their lack of decent security up until now, when I walked in the door, up
up until now, is it possible that other ninja from this island have like maybe infiltrated and taken costumes or taken like headbands and things like that before to frame Padehachi? Civil unrest is a great way to move about unnoticed.
Yes. Out of character, Shiori doesn't remember all the specifics, and neither would Tsume, because Tsume doesn't get that extra bonus or anything. He didn't really roll well enough to pick
No,
up.
I know, but just for me, like not for Shiori.
For an out of character perspective, yes, it is based on what you know of Padehachi's security. It's entirely likely that the ninjas that attacked you in the past were not actually Padehachi ninja. However, at the time, those ninjas didn't have anything about them that would insinuate that they were from that island, so it was something else. It was ninjas attacking from another, ninjas infiltrating and doing whatever from some other situation, not this one. But yes, it is incredibly likely that the ninjas that attacked you prior were not actually Padehachi ninja. They were just carrying the symbol.
Okay.
But they were not, in fact, any of these tribal people.
Okay.
But would Tsume remember something about this being they were being Padehachi or something?
Not really. And you don't have the potential bonus to notice a spike in his emotions because you don't have detect emotions.
Yeah, but still, whatever. I wouldn't remember them being Padehachis.
Perhaps seeing all the symbols of it around, and then remembering that event again, you could be sort of, oh yeah, wait, was the people that attacked us before?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Sumi starts getting a little shifty-eyed, like,
Minori, who's nearby where you are, is something wrong?
Sumi's gonna look at Shiori. Why are we here again?
On a mission.
Yes, on a mission, but these people.
What about them?
They attacked our village.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think there may be more to it.
How softly is this spoken?
It's just to Shiori. She's just like, very quietly, like, I don't trust things here.
The Padekage sighs. If you're thinking about that moment now, and just coming to realize that the village that may have attacked you in the past carried our symbol, you're wrong.
But they did carry the symbol for your village.
They carried our symbol, yes. But your friend there just got through speaking of, or rather the mission parameters variation, whatever. It was shown that this Nami was capable of getting garb to appear as a ninja from Padehachi. Once again, why we need some extra training help. Those that attacked your village in the past were not from here. They carried our symbol, but they were not from here.
Alright.
the Datakage and I, and our villages, respectively, are also in a bit of a teamed alliance right now, in hopes that we can foster a friendship to help counter any would-be invaders in this same sort of fashion. There are those from our soil and from others that would wish to bring about some war or other. And as much as I would enjoy showcasing an army in a war, I don't want to put my people in danger.
Then why didn't you ask the people what the people are attacking you want?
Wait, say that, try that again? Sorry?
The people that are attacking you, why didn't you just ask them what they want? I mean, I can go simply ask right now. It's real easy.
Whether or not young Nami will tell you what she wants remains to be seen.
Well, maybe treating her like a person instead of like prisoner, that might help, because she seemed very responsive to us as we were talking.
Yes, indeed. Look, I don't really... It doesn't really bother me what you choose to do with your time here, as long as your mission gets fulfilled as well. And that primary goal is to help discipline and train the ninjas that I do have. If you want to pull out, see if you can pull out of Miss Nami what is going on, sure.
I'd like to try.
Just remember, Shiori, just like Tsume's finally talking to Shiori, it's just like, our mission parameters say that we shouldn't look into it. So do you want to obey or actually figure out what the hell is going on?
That being said, your mission parameters was...
Not to look into why they were being attacked. Just defend
also,
and stuff.
It was decently established. I think Shiori and Tsume are smart enough to piece together that part of the reason why he said that was not necessarily that he didn't want you to know, but rather he didn't want you to go on something, a much more potentially dangerous mission, and be lost for another 3 months. The primary reason your Datakage worded the mission... The primary reason that the Datakage worded the mission that way is because he wanted to make sure that you guys would actually return home in some sort of timely manner.
Nice.
But adventures!
Can't disagree.
Actually, so you're speaking to Shiori about whether or not she wants to follow the mission or not. And at this particular point in time, Tsume, you hear in verbal speaking words, though no one else does, from Shima, but adventure.
Sumi's like looking around like, who said that?
I didn't take the voice technique, but it's on my wish list, so.
No, it's just like, Tsume is just like looking around and verbally asked, who said that? He's just like really confused.
Oh.
Who said what? Says Minori.
Adventures. Someone said adventures.
And then Shima's... Wait, me?
You can talk?
I don't think... I think you were talking to me. rather than the other way around.
But I
You
can't
guys are please can we just cut it at you can talk? Oh.
At this point, Shiori, you notice that
The only one talking is me, and she was just like staring up at me like.
actually no. It's more along the lines of Tsume is talking, but she's not saying words. She's mewling.
Meow.
Yes.
Yes, I just stopped in the middle of a conversation and started meowing.
Mhm.
Sure, let's look like a crazy person.
Okay.
Awesome.
Minori looks to Tsume as she does this and just sort of like, okay then.
Wait, you don't hear her talking?
I would assume that your capacity to understand her comes from your companionship with her.
So I was just talking by myself then. She's like looking around the room, just like, slightly embarrassed.
And then the Padekage gives you a smirk and goes, actually you were mewling, but that's besides the point. Regardless, you are, I'm sure, fairly capable, and as long as your mission parameters are met, the way you go about it is of no consequence to me.
Okay.
Alright. It's just sitting there going like, I was meowing?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm getting like super tired.
That's fine, I figured now would be a fine time to saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just know, Shiori, that Tsume is now talking to Shima.
Yes, I can now talk
Oh,
to
yeah.
Shima.
Meow.
Okay.
Meow, meow, meow. Fish, fish, bite, fish.
Do we have any kind of sign out idea? Probably not from Sarah since she's tired, but in light of you in character now being able to speak to Shima, do you have a second part of the join us next time sort of thing, Sam?
Join us next time.
No, I'll do
What?
it. I can do it.
Got an idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so this has been Naruto New World.
Join us next time when we converse with all of the animals.
Aww.
I am becoming Snow White.
No.
I'm gonna have birds doing my chores for me.
Yeah, let's not do that.
They're gonna just do all my clothes. Just do all my laundry.
Let's
The
not do that
bird.
because it's been conspiracy theory that the whole reason that was a thing was because she was insane. But anyway.
No, yeah.